Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Book channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review C.H.E.S.S number 1. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Alright, we got the cover here for C.H.E.S.S number 1. It is a page 1 comics, and it is by Page, DeGrunchi, Fabul, and Cortez. And on the back of the front cover, we get the synopsis of what C.H.E.S.S is and exactly what they're about and kind of the setup for this story arc. And we start off in Ramadi, Iraq, where some insurgents are attacking a building that US soldiers are currently in. And unfortunately for them, all their equipment stops working, including their guns, rifles, radios, everything. So unfortunately, these soldiers are all killed during this battle, all because their battle gear didn't work. And it turns out that all that equipment was supplied by a businessman named Mr. Nakadai. And he has had all his equipment installed with a kill switch that only he can control, and for some reason, he decided to turn it off during this battle. So because of that, an organization called C.H.E.S.S decides to get involved and see what happened to these weapons, because no one knows that there is a kill switch that's embedded in all of them. And the head of C.H.E.S.S, Avery Davis, brings in a former colleague of the CIA named Errol, and Errol breaks down what happened. He tells them that every weapon and actually every piece of equipment that Nakadai makes can be remotely deactivated by Nakadai himself. And at first, the other members of C.H.E.S.S don't really think this is real, but Errol is able to at least convince them to go on a fact-finding mission with him. So Errol goes with the other members of C.H.E.S.S who are kind of in hiding and undercover, and he goes to meet with a competitor of Nakadai to see if maybe they can use him to get some intel on Nakadai and possibly how they can defeat him. And of course, everybody is unsure about this contact that Errol has because he's also a shady arms dealer. So as they get out of the car for the meeting, Errol tells the members of C.H.E.S.S who are posing as his bodyguards to play it cool, and that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So I checked out this comic because I was actually contacted by one of the creators who wanted a review of it. So that was kind of cool. I always love having creators reach out. And I gotta say, this was actually a pretty fun comic. It's not 100% my style, but I did think that the story was pretty good. It was very original. I've never heard of like a bad guy in a movie putting a kill switch on a bunch of weapons that he's selling to the militaries of the world. It was a very like James Bond or maybe like an 80s Stallone movie plotline. So I thought that was pretty fun. Also, I really liked the character dynamics between the different teammates. They had a lot of good banter and the dialogue felt really natural. And that's always good when you're writing a team book like this. I thought the art was pretty good. There were a couple pages towards the end that looked like it maybe had a different artist or a different finisher on it or something. But it wasn't terrible or anything. It was just a little bit different than what the other art had been. So overall, I thought this comic was fun. By the end of it, I definitely wanted to continue reading to the next issue. And if you like movies like The Expendables or action films like that, this book will probably be up your alley. So I'm going to give this book a 3 out of 5. Like I said earlier, it wasn't quite my style, but I do think it was a good comic overall. And if you'd like to check it out yourself, you can check out the link down below, where you can read it digitally on globalcomics.com. And with that, we'll see you guys on the next one.